Hello everybody, it's episode 7. Now, let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Emily, and we are full-time traveling artists, singers, songwriters, Jesus followers, word lovers, and parents. We've got one little guy named Judah, who you will meet, who travels around with us, and if all goes well, we have another little one on the way in March of 2018.
Our life is a bit unconventional, but we really love the life and the work and the ministry that God's called us to.
Wherever we go, we get so many questions about just what our life looks like as parents, as travelers, and as artists.
So we thought we would invite you into our lives in weekly episodes releasing on our YouTube page every Sunday night. This video blog will feature 3 things. It'll feature our work, our family, and our travel.
This is our home away from home.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting moose.
After 17, almost 18 events really, in a row, we are finally home in Nashville. So we showed you the first 3 days of our Christmas tour, but we want to take you on a journey with us through our last 14 days of Christmas extravaganza.
December 4th.
So our 4th event was in Macon, Georgia, with our dear friends Brett and Laura Brandewy, who are at Ingleside Baptist Church. We met them here in Nashville, and they are now serving down in Georgia as youth pastors there. And we had the chance to do a Christmas worship night for their entire student leadership team. So on December 5th, we got the treat of getting to visit our dear friend Dwayne Hoover, who is a family friend, and he and his wife are huge supporters of our ministry. And we got to visit his office building, Hoover Foods, in Atlanta, Georgia, and basically just give his whole staff a 30-minute break off of their work morning and sing them Christmas tunes.
December 6th.
That's 7.
December 6th.
As we've shown you before, we get to lead worship here in Nashville for some kids about once a month at Fellowship Bible Kids, and that ministry was having a preschool kind of Christmas event for moms and toddlers. This event had this lady named Miss Patty Cake. It was a live on stage kind of thing, and it was so much fun. But we got to lead about 3 or 4 songs for this event before Miss Patty Cake came on stage, and it was actually our first event where we incorporated Judah into the family band.
Your sleigh bells fast, ring your sleigh bells slow, ring your sleigh bells high, and ring your sleigh bells low.
We got to the patty cake show. It was pretty fun. It was a little bit funny because a talking book just talked and a talking clock. Well, it was a blast.
We got to sing Christmas bells, and Judah did a great job, and so we decided that maybe we should incorporate it in more of our events for the Christmas tour.
December 7th.
But on December 7th, we made the trek up to Kentucky, about a 5-hour drive, to go and visit some really dear friends of ours, the Dixons. We've visited the Dixons' house multiple times. They've become like family to us, road family, and we stay at their house really often. But Robin hosted a kind of annual Christmas concert that we do for this wonderful group of people in Hebron, Kentucky, and that show was just so much fun.
Robin and Jim and Colleen, thank you so much for hosting another great Christmas show this year.
We love you. December 8th.
On December 8th, we made our trek west over to Manila, Indiana, where Chelsea St. John and her family hosted another Christmas home show. Chelsea found us on YouTube, which was really cool, and invited us over for their annual family Christmas party, which was their family, friends, and a bunch of their church family members, and we filled up that living room. One other really cool thing about this particular show was that the St. John's had an amazing array of Christmas stuffed animals and characters. There was a wall full of who?
Grinch, but I didn't like him.
How many Grinches do you think were up there?
Well, like 27. We go to a house yesterday, and some new friends was there. There was a little girl who was named Lily, and on that house there was a movie theater, and
It was.
yeah,
For real.
Yeah, and for real, it's just we watched a movie there while mom and dad sing. It's snowing! December 9th.
On December 9th, we made a drive. It was a Saturday to the St. Louis area, and we ended up staying in a hotel that night. And I guess technically we didn't have an event that day, but we did do kind of something unique, which is that we did a Skype concert of a very short Skype concert of about 3 to 5 songs.
So Olivia Baptist Church in Dalton, Georgia decided to Skype us in for their Sunday school Christmas party as their special entertainment, which we've never done before.
It was a first.
It was really fun.
Sadly, we forgot to get any video because we had some technical issues right before we were going to do this event, and so we were a little bit stressed out in the hotel room trying to get all the things set so that we could Skype in to this event. So we didn't get any video, but
It
it
did
happened.
happen.
It
Yeah.
really did. The Skype concert was really short, and so afterwards we got all fancy and all dressed up, and we just, for some reason, had a burning desire for Red Lobster. I don't even think we've been to Red Lobster
No.
together.
Wait,
I've
wait,
rarely ever been to Red Lobster.
It
It just
but
felt Christmassy.
Judah got to pet a real live lobster.
I pet a real life lobster, and I was really scared. I hid under Mom's back, but there was ribbons under claws, so they can't pinch me. And then I touched his back,
Touched
His
back
belly.
his back.
and his belly.
What did she feel like?
She felt like shrimp.
She did. It kind of felt
kinda like a
spongy,
big shrimp.
jelly on their belly. It was kind of gross. Daddy felt it too. They're kind of scary looking, aren't they?
Yeah. If there's no ribbons under claws, then they'll pinch you.
Like this, like that.
December 10.
On December 10th, we traveled over to Jefferson City, Missouri, and we visited Concord Baptist Church, where we led worship for their Sunday morning services, and just loved getting to know that church family. Often churches will bring us in around their Christmas program time because their team is exhausted, and they were right in the middle of all of their Christmas performances, so we gave everybody the morning off and got to lead them in worship that morning.
Like this. 11.
December 11th. 11th.
On December 11th, we went up to Jacksonville, Illinois, where we visited Lincoln Avenue Baptist Church. And John Hume, their music minister, brought us in to do a Christmas concert for their entire worship ministry, the choir, the band, the tech team. He does a surprise for them every year, and this year we got to be the surprise. It was super fun. They did not know what to expect. This was especially such a sweet group to get to worship with because we were surrounded with musical worshipers, and so they sang with us and we got to meet them and hang out. On On December 12th, we made our way up a little further north to Decatur, Illinois, where Salem Baptist Church had us in for their young adult Christmas party. And one of the members of their group found our marriage song, Two Becoming One, earlier in the year, and they used it for a marriage retreat, and so they thought they'd bring us back for Christmas.
On December 13th, we went down to Effingham, Illinois for what was one of my favorite events, and we got to visit our good friend and pastor Tony Munoz and his family.
So this is Mr. Tony Munoz and the pastor of this church, and we had the privilege of serving with him this summer at Summer Worship University and with the rest of his precious family, and he invited us tonight to come share with his congregation. And we're really excited. This is the first bilingual service that we have ever been a part of, and so we're going to be leaning on him for all the translations. So this is the Munoz family, or half of it. Antonio, what are we doing?
We are translating the lyrics to the Martin songs for our worship service.
Which we've never done before, and we're so excited. And Amelia and Antonio and their sweet mom, Aleda, is making it possible so that everybody knows what in the world we're singing.
The really cool thing about this event is that a lot of the people in Tony's church only speak Spanish, and it's a Spanish-speaking church, or it's a bilingual church. And so what was really neat is we got to kind of partner with the Munoz family, and they sang a couple songs in Spanish, and then when we got up and we did our Christmas concert, Tony would interpret for us. And then we had our slides translated to Spanish so that people could follow along as we sang throughout our Christmas concert, and it was just so much fun. I think it was fun for Judah to get to experience kind of a different culture and a different feel.
It was so cool to me because we thought that they might just read the translations in Spanish, but we were actually all singing along to all these Christmas carols and Christmas worship songs in our own languages. So we were singing in English while they were singing in Spanish, and it was just such a powerful and beautiful picture of the nations coming together to worship Jesus.
One interesting thing about Judah, and one reason why I think he really loved getting to go to this Spanish-speaking service, is that sometimes when we're in the car and Judah is watching a movie on the iPad, he puts the whole movie in Spanish, and he insists on watching the movie in Spanish. And we've just been asking Judah, why are you watching it in Spanish? Are you sure did something mess up? He's like, no, I want to watch it in Spanish.
Yeah, because I just love movies in Spanish.
There you go.
So that night in Effingham, we got a special treat because the hotel that we were staying in was absolutely decked out in Christmas lights. I'm talking rooms and rooms and hallways of endless Christmas festivities.
They had a Mickey Christmas tree at the hotel. We were so excited to go look at the Mickey trees. It was so awesome. We go and look at it, and it was awesome because we saw it, and when we saw it, it was really beautiful. And we go down the other side, and I saw reindeers on the top, and it was so awesome. I loved it so much. December 14th!
On December 14th, we went over to Mount Vernon, and we got to do a great event with the guys from Denver and the Mile High Orchestra, which is amazing. Chris Gregg is one of the saxophone players in the group, and he's also the worship pastor at the church that was bringing Denver in. And we got to meet Chris Gregg this summer at the worship training event that we just mentioned, and we got to work with him. He was bringing Denver and the Mile High Orchestra in, and then wondered if we would come and open for Denver and the Mile High Orchestra, which was so much fun, mostly just because we got to hear Denver and the Mile High Orchestra when they are incredible.
They're amazing.
That's just another experience that we're so glad we got to have with Judah, because he got to see kind of this big band feel and got to hear all these instruments and got to meet the musicians afterwards. And Judah loves instruments.
December 15th!
On December 15th, we went east over to Carmi, Illinois, and we got to do a special Christmas concert for the Baptist Children's Home.
I've been to 14 Christmas parties so far, and this has the best treat. It's a cake ball.
And that was such a cool night. It was a home that hosts a lot of students in the Carmi area, and they invited local churches, but we got to be their special Christmas event for the year.
And just our shadows put to fly.
December 16th!
So on December 16th, we had our one day off in our Christmas tour stretch, and it was glorious. Our Sabbath day included lots of wonderful things, including the movies. We Martins really love movies. Looking good. What are those glasses?
So special.
What are we gonna do with them?
We're gonna watch the movie with Tim. 3D on a Puka. Let me tell you, I love movies. I love every movie I watch. I love Lego Batman. I love Coco. I love Baymax, and
Do you like The Grinch?
no, I love Up. I love Incredibles. I love every movie I watch.
What about The Grinch?
Nope.
Why not?
Because it's so scary. I don't like him, but I love every kid's show, but not The Grinch.
Okay.
December 17th!
December 17th was our last official event on the road, and we didn't get any video from this event because Judah ended up getting, as you can tell, really sick that morning. So we made it through all of Christmas tour without any of us getting sick, which was a huge blessing. But that morning, Judah got really sick, and so we were a little bit distracted and weren't able to get video.
We visited Bethel Baptist Church in Troy, Illinois, and our friend Jill Finley, who we met at the Illinois Baptist Women's event, is the women's minister there, and so she brought us in, and we got to give their team yet again another Sunday off in the midst of all of their Christmas shows and preparations.
Once again, we wanted to just say we're so sorry that this video blog came out a little bit late. We actually intended to break this video blog up into 2 different episodes, but we were so busy traveling and kind of managing road life that we weren't able to put out the video into 2 parts, so we thought we would just wrap this all up in one big video that you just watched. Thank you for journeying with us through our Christmas tour. We did also want to announce that we have loved doing this Martin Travel video blog, and we hope to do more of it in the future. But this episode is going to be kind of the end of the season. It's something that we were just trying out and seeing if it's something that we could manage and keep up with. And it's so much fun. It also is a lot of work. And so we're going to take a little while to kind of take a step back from a few things. I know we've been releasing a lot of videos and a lot of blogs, and we just wanted to officially announce to you that we're not necessarily going anywhere, but we do have a brand new album coming out next year, and just feel really compelled to kind of pull in and do some reading and some writing and some praying and some thinking about a lot of cool content that we want to provide to you all surrounding the release of the new album coming out. And so that's what we're going to be working on, and we're going to start picking things up again with videos and maybe these travel vlogs sometime in the middle of the spring of 2018. If you've enjoyed this travel vlog, let us know. What has been some of your favorite things about it? How can we make it better? What have you enjoyed? We would love to hear from you. And so please comment on the video below or on Facebook below, and we would love to talk with you more about that. And we just wanted to take a minute to say Merry Christmas from our family to yours. We hope that you have a wonderful time together as a family and with friends, whatever you're doing this season. We just most of all pray for you that Jesus would be your greatest treasure, and that the Holy Spirit would reveal more and more of Jesus to you, and that He would be your joy and your comfort and your peace. God is so faithful to continue to pursue us, and that's what the Christmas season reminds us of by sending His own Son Jesus to come and be like us. And so we just want to say Merry Christmas to y'all. We hope that your season with Jesus is rich. Merry Christmas!